All right, let's talk about a huge, and I mean huge, challenge. How do the world's biggest companies make sure the quality of their products is a precise, repeatable science, not just, a matter of luck? Today, we're diving deep into the world of SAP Quality Management to see exactly how they pull it off. So, picture this. You're in charge of making a million of anything. Smartphones, car parts, you name it. How on earth do you guarantee that the very first one off the line is just as perfect as the last one? Let's be real, random spot checks just aren't going to cut it. The scale is just way too big, and the cost of one tiny mistake can be absolutely catastrophic. This is the exact question that keeps supply chain managers up at night. So here's how we're going to break it all down in this explainer. We're going to treat it like a journey. We'll start with the big picture, then we'll pass through three super critical quality gates. From the raw materials coming in the door, to the product being built, all the way to the final item shipping out. And then we'll see how it all connects in this really powerful feedback loop. Okay, let's kick things off with the big idea. See, modern quality management isn't about catching mistakes at the end of the line anymore. That's old news. It's about preventing them from ever happening in the first place by building quality into every single step of the process. It's a proactive, intelligent system that's literally woven into the fabric of everything you do. And the core concept that makes this all work is what's called the digital thread. Think of it like a single unbroken strand of data. It connects every single quality event, from the second a supplier ships you a part to the moment your customer unboxes the finished product. Every test, every measurement, every decision is captured on this thread. And that's the whole point. Nothing ever gets lost. Our journey starts at the very first gate, the receiving dock. I mean, think about it. Everything that goes into your product, every screw, every microchip, it all comes from a supplier. If the quality isn't right here, at the very beginning, then nothing else you do even matters. This is your absolute first line of defense. So the physical process itself is pretty straightforward. Your company creates a purchase order, the supplier delivers the goods, and your warehouse team logs it in the system. But it's that exact moment, that goods receipt, that acts like a digital tripwire. It automatically triggers a quality inspection right inside the system. But wait, how does the system even know what to check? Well, it looks at something called the Quality Info Record. This is basically a digital rulebook, an agreement for one specific material from one specific supplier. It defines everything, the inspection plan, whether you need a quality certificate, even if you need to inspect it at all. It's the system's memory of what to do. And here's where it gets really flexible. The system lets you decide where this inspection happens. You can do a goods receipt inspection right in your own warehouse after the stuff arrives. Or you can do a source inspection at the supplier's factory before they even ship it. It's a strategic choice, right? Source inspections are perfect for your most critical parts, while goods receipt is way more efficient for the everyday materials. Now, no matter where that check happens, the system generates a super important document, the inspection lot. Think of it as the official work order for the quality team. It has every single detail they need for the check. This is the very first official entry on our digital thread. And one of the key things that might get checked for is the quality certificate. Honestly, the best way to think about this is like a passport. It's an official document from the supplier that travels with the goods, and it certifies that they've already been tested and meet all your specs. It's basically their declaration of quality before you even start your own tests. Okay, so our materials are good to go. They've passed the first gate. Now we head onto the factory floor for gate number 2, production. The goal here is totally different. It's about catching issues while the product is being made, not after it's finished. This is all about in-process quality control. And just like before, a specific production event kicks off the quality process. When a production order gets released to the shop floor, the system already knows that specific quality checks need to happen at key moments. These aren't just random checks. They are literally built into the manufacturing steps. These predefined moments are called inspection points. And this is a really clever way to handle checks that need to happen over and over again. So instead of just one final check at the end, you might have an inspection point to measure a key dimension every single hour, or to test the torque on a screw for every 100th unit that comes down the line. It gives you this constant stream of quality data. And you guessed it, just like at goods receipt, this trigger creates an inspection lot. Using this same consistent document is so important. It ensures that every single quality check, whether it's for incoming parts or in-process assembly, is captured on that same unbroken digital thread we talked about. All right, we've built the product, it's passed all the in-process checks, now we're at the final gate, right before it goes out the door to the customer. This is our last chance to make sure everything is absolutely perfect, and it's also where we create a loop to handle any feedback that might come back later. The process here really mirrors what we've seen before. Creating the outbound delivery document can trigger one last quality inspection. If it passes, boom, the goods are issued to the customer. But, and this is critical, the process doesn't just stop there. If the customer finds a problem, their complaint feeds right back into the system to be managed. That feedback gets captured in something called a quality notification. The best way to think of this is like a digital 911 call for any quality problem. It's an incredibly versatile tool. You can use it to document a customer complaint, an internal problem found on the line, or a defect you found in a supplier's material. It's the central hub for managing any problem that comes up. And yep, when a customer returns a product, the system once again creates a formal inspection lot, so you can analyze what went wrong. This isn't just about processing a return, it's about closing the loop, capturing that critical failure data, and feeding it right back into the start of our quality process in a structured, consistent way. So we've made it through all three gates. Now for the final and honestly the most powerful part, seeing how this isn't just a series of disconnected checks. It's a single, intelligent, data-driven loop that's designed for one thing: continuous improvement. This right here is the complete digital paper trail, the life cycle of any quality event. The inspection lot kicks it all off, asking, should we check this? The inspection results provide the raw data, answering, here's what we found. The usage decision makes that crucial call. Is it accepted or rejected, which directly affects your inventory? And if there's a problem, the quality notification launches the investigation by asking, what went wrong and why? Every single step is documented. And all of this leads to the single most important outcome. The data doesn't just sit there in a database. It actively creates a feedback loop that makes the entire system smarter. So a supplier with a perfect track record, maybe their inspection frequency gets reduced, which saves you time and money. A recurring defect in production, that automatically triggers a review of the manufacturing process. See, it's not just a recording system, it's a living system that learns and drives continuous improvement. So let's end with this thought. When you have a digital thread connecting every single aspect of quality, from your supplier all the way to your customer, the system becomes so much more than just a safety net. It becomes a serious competitive advantage. And it leaves us with a really critical question. In a world this connected, what's the real cost of a single broken link in that quality chain?